What you see in front of you is the Insights Digital Workspace. This is not an intranet, it's not a portal, it's not an aggregator. It's an intelligent workspace. For me, it is the place to start the morning, to be during the day, and at the end of the day. It shows me everything I need to do my daily job. From a technological perspective, it's based on SharePoint Online and leverages all the security and platform capabilities of Office 365. On the top left corner, in this case, you see the Insight logo, but for sure, the Insight Digital Workspace can be rebranded with the logo of your organization. The Insight Digital Workspace has three parts. The left-hand part or column, Corporate Workspace, the middle part, Teams Workspace, and the right-hand part or column, My Workspace. Let's focus in a bit more detail on the Corporate Workspace part, the left column. At the top, you see the Corporate section, where the UK flag is. In this demo, the Insight Digital Workspace is configured based on countries, but this could also be branches or departments. In this case, I am an employee of the UK subsidiary. This means that when I click on the corporate icon, I see links to intranet sites or information from HR, legal, finance, and sales for me as an employee of the UK subsidiary. All this is configurable by my organization. I could change country by clicking on the countries icon to see others, but this will only show if I'm allowed to go there. The other section in the corporate workspace part is the news section. This is an intelligent news section based on artificial intelligence technology. This news is collected for me based on my visits to sites, interests, articles I have read. What I see is different from what my colleagues see. This news section also takes security, region, department, and even group memberships into account. The top two news items in this case have a vertical bar. The vertical bars indicate highlighted news. This is news pushed by the organization to everyone. As an end user, I can filter. I can click on highlighted to only see the highlighted news. I can click on news to see all but the highlighted news. And I can click on all to see all news items again. I can enlarge the corporate workspace to full screen by clicking on the arrow at the top right. And in full screen, I see obviously more news items. Of course, when I click on a specific news item, I can see all the details. I can add a comment. This works just as I would expect from a SharePoint news item. Let me close this one. And let me, by clicking on the two arrows at the top right, go back to the standard view of the Insight Digital Workspace. Let's move to the Teams Workspace part, the middle column of the Insight Digital Workspace. In the top section, the Event section, I can see an overview of events that are relevant for me. Could be corporate, regional, departmental, or even team-related events. By clicking on an event, I can see more detail. I can add the event to my calendar by clicking on Add to my calendar. Let's close this event for now and go back to the Insight Digital Workspace. The other section in the Teams Workspace part is the Teams section. Microsoft Teams is the hub for team collaboration in Office 365 that integrates the people, content, and tools a team needs to be more engaged and effective. This part in Insights Digital Workspace delivers me relevant information from those teams where I'm active. Teams are ordered based on latest activity, and per team, the Insights Digital Workspace shows me the latest 2 active documents. I can open a document immediately by clicking on it. No need to go into the Teams site first. Let me close this document, go back to the Insights Digital Workspace. I can, of course, go to a Teams site directly by clicking on the header, and I can enlarge the view to full screen by clicking on the double arrow here at the top right corner. Let's now move to the third column or the third part of the Insights Digital Workspace, My Workspace. The first section is an intelligent search. It searches Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, SharePoint. It's based on Microsoft Graph technology. Let's, for example, search for some sales numbers. And you see that the results come from different sources. Let's close this. Second section in the My Workspace part are the apps. These are all the apps relevant for me, the apps I need to do my job. Then we have some upcoming events from the Outlook calendar, and if it's an online meeting, I can join the call directly from here by clicking on the Join Call icon. I see my to-dos coming from the Office 365 To-Do app, and I have some quick links configured for me. Let's scroll down because there's much more. Here I see the sites I follow. I can unfollow a site by clicking on the star. And finally, I have all the recent documents I was active in. Let's scroll up again and focus a bit more on the apps section. These are all the apps I need to do my work. The supported apps could be software as a service cloud apps, it could be virtual apps, remote desktop services, local apps. They can work all within a single sign-on environment. If supported by the app, it could be Active Directory, could be a third-party directory service. Apps are user-specific, so it's based on my membership of specific security groups. So I only see the apps that are relevant for me. And apps can be configured based on a device. This enhances the relevancy of Insights Digital Workspace based on the device it is used. The number of apps is configurable, but if I have more apps than can be shown here, I can of course click on View All the Apps to have a larger full screen view with more apps than I can see here. Now I hope you liked this overview of all the capabilities of the Insights Digital Workspace. Not only can the digital workspace be used on a desktop, but there is also an app for Android and iOS. And we have a plugin for SharePoint and Outlook. Let me show you that by opening a SharePoint site. I can simply do that by clicking on one of the news items. Now, as you can see, I'm here in a SharePoint environment, and you see at the top right corner the Insights Digital Workspace icon. When I click on that, a pop-up will appear, and I see exactly the same as what I saw in the My Workspace part of the Insights Digital Workspace. Now I can work from here, or if I want to have the full view on the Insights Digital Workspace, I can simply click on Digital Workspace here at the top, and the full Insights Digital Workspace will be shown. I hope I have shown you that the Insights Digital Workspace is a very intelligent environment. It really helps me with my daily job by making sure I have all the relevant information and application and events and news that I need. And with that, thanks for listening to my story.